Hello science students. Today we're doing the makeup lab for the chemical and physical change stations. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to crush up some chalk. I got some chalk here. I'm going to crush it with a spoon, back of the spoon. Okay, now crush that chalk up. I want you to take a look at it. Okay, so look at the chalk here. You need to make some observations, and you need to tell me, was that a physical or a chemical change? And you need to write down your evidence. How can you prove that was a physical change or a chemical change? Okay, so the next one we do, chalk in vinegar. Okay, I've got some vinegar here, and I'm going to take the chalk that we just crushed up. I'm going to put it right in front of you, and I'm going to pour the vinegar in there, or the chalk in there, the vinegar. I'm going to stir it up a little bit. Okay. Is that a physical change, or is that a chemical change? And what is your evidence for that? Okay. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is we have some sugar here and in water. I'm going to have sugar in water. And I'm going to go ahead and pour a little sugar into the water. So you can see the sugar at the bottom of the water. And I'm going to do a little bit of I'm going to stir it a little bit. Okay. Now you're going to tell me whether that was a physical change or whether it was a chemical change, and you need to prove that by showing some evidence. Next thing, we are going to be lighting a match, and along with that I'm going to be lighting a candle. But that's the next station, is looking at the candle. Right now we're just looking at the match. So I'm going to light a match. I'm going to light the candle. Then I'm going to have you look at the match and look and see whether that's a chemical change or is it a physical change. Okay, so here we go. Here we got the match here. Was that a chemical change or was it a physical change? And what is your evidence? So I'm going to cool it down a little bit. Hopefully it's cooled down a little bit. And I want you to look at this. Okay, so it's really, when I kind of crumble it up, you can kind of see that it crumbles easily. And the wood, or this part, does not crumble easily. So there you go. Now the next step is watching the candle burn. You can watch the candle burn for 1 minute. Let me find the candle here. There we go. Watch that burn. For 1 minute. Now, what you're doing is that a chemical change or is that a physical change? And you need to write down your evidence that proves that it's whatever you say it is, whether it's a chemical change or a physical change. Okay, I think that's long enough. I don't want to go too long. Okay, the next thing is we're going to take and we're going to burn some sugar. So here's a little spoon, and I'm going to put some sugar into it. And I'm going to have you watch as we put the sugar over this. I'm going to move it a little bit this way, just so it might be able to see it a little better. Heating up that sugar. It takes a little while to see this. You gotta wait for it to do something. Okay, now it's doing something. I don't know if you can see real well with the camera or not, but it's definitely doing something. I'll move this over a little bit and see if you can see it better. You see that? Yep. See what's happening? Okay, so your question is, again, is it a physical change or is it a chemical change? And what is your proof? What's your evidence for that? So you need to write that down. And I am going to put the camera back down and move this off to the side. Okay, so that was station number 6. Station number 7 is breaking an alcohol. Oh, I'm going to blow out the candle. And station number 7 is breaking an Alka-Seltzer tablet. So I've got an Alka-Seltzer tablet I've just broken here. Okay, and I want you to take a look at it and tell me whether breaking an Alka-Seltzer tablet is chemical or physical change. And what is your evidence for that? Okay? Okay, next one. We are going to take that Alka-Seltzer tablet and we're going to put it in water. So to start out with, I'm going to have you read, if I can find it here, read the temperature on the thermometer. And the temperature I read right now is 22.9 Celsius. So I hope you can see that. I don't know how good it's taping that, but 22.9 Celsius. And we're going to take that Alka-Seltzer and we're putting it into the water. And this is watch what happens. You're to tell me whether that is a chemical change or a physical change, and what is your evidence. It smells good. Okay, so now I'm going to put it down. I'm going to bring the camera back to the thermometer. And I want you to look at the thermometer. I see 21.8. Well, let me see if I can find it. It's hard to get that in there. in the shot. 21.8 is what I saw. Now it's down to 21.76. I don't know if you can see that on the thermometer. I'm bobbing around too much, but now it's 21.45. Okay, so is that a chemical change or is it a physical change? Write down your evidence for that. The next thing is food coloring and water. So I have another water here, and I've got some food coloring. I'm going to put a drop and just look at that. You're just observing to see what happened. Is that a physical change or is that a chemical change? And what is your evidence for that, what you say it is? And the last station, which is number 10, is blowing bubbles in colored water. So here's the colored water. Is that a chemical change or a physical change? And what is your evidence? Okay, so there you go. Those are the 10 stations. Don't forget to answer your last two questions. How can you distinguish between a physical and a chemical change? And how did the candle show both a chemical and physical change? Answer the question in races. Formation, restate, answer the question, cite evidence, explain the answer, and sum it up. Okay, so go ahead and answer your questions. Thank you for watching. Good luck on your makeup lab. Goodbye.